how to position yourself in the market. Now, this question comes up again and again, especially in a matter when we talk about competitions. So the other day I was speaking with somebody and she was really concerned about कि मेरा product is very common and so many people are already doing it. So whenever somebody comes, I give discount, but then they say कि कोई और, giving more discount to them. And then she just goes for a toss and she does not know what to do. So when it is about, you think about your competition and you think there are too many people having the same product or services or targeting the same kind of audience, here comes a factor which can actually differentiate you from the remaining people who are doing same or similar things. And that aspect is positioning. How do you position yourself in the market is what matters. And remember one thing, positioning is a process. It's not just a label, it's a psychology behind it that works. So how do you position yourself? Few factors you need to keep in mind. The first one to begin with is, first, you need to be very specific about what is your offering. That means what is your exact product and service. Now, I'm sure you're clear about it. Second thing where the confusion lies is that who is your target audience? I mean the exact kind of target audience. Now you may say that my product is for everybody, which is fine. Everybody can use it, no problem. But how do you position yourself in the market relies a lot on who your target audience is, because they are the people who will resonate with your product and service the most. Okay? The next thing is, when you know what exact product and service you are having, you know your exact target audience, how you are solving that problem of theirs or how you are catering to their desires or what they want is something you need to come up with very in a simple manner, and it is very crucial. It could be like, the way people perceive your product and service. It could be as simple as you just look around the brands, okay? What is it that you remember about the brand? It could be the same thing, but how did they target their audience? The next factor in the positioning is what kind of message you are using to communicate with your target audience, and basically how you are positioning yourself in the market. Very common example. Are you positioning yourself as just a dancer? Are you positioning yourself as just just an artist or just a painter? Or are you positioning yourself just as a life coach or just as a business coach? It might work in most cases, but there you need to be specific. Let's say, for example, life coach for which segment of people, or life coach having this kind of framework or blueprint which is going to help you solve this specific problem. Okay? Or it can be, life coach for kids who are having autism. It could be anything, but you need to define that positioning. So it does not matter how many people are doing how many stuffs. All it matters is how you separate yourself out in the mind of your target audience. You have seen a lot of sneakers companies, right? Sports shoes, etc. What is it that you think that has, stood the difference between Nike and Adidas, Reebok? How did they position themselves so separately from all the companies out there? Isn't there more companies with the sneakers brand, with, the sports shoe, etc.? Then what is that importance in your mind? That's what makes sense. And don't worry, everybody is not your target audience. They can feel what you are saying, they can, understand, but everybody might not be your audience or clients who are going to buy from you. The people who really feels, okay, this is the, thing that is going to solve my problem, or this is something I really want, the people who can resonate with you the most, they are your most effective clients, you can say. But for that, they need to have that thing in mind, okay, this is my positioning. And that positioning should be like, it should just be visible in the minds of your customers or clients, that okay, when they hear a word, they know who you are talking about. It should be anonymous to that. That is positioning. And how you differentiate, you need to divide these things, as I mentioned a few minutes back, into all these different segments, and then you think, how can I position myself in the market? Example, you know a lot of dancers out there, you know a lot of artists out there, but do you know somebody, when you think about an artist, a painter, whose first name comes to your mind, and why does that name come to your mind? What is the positioning that person has set out for himself or herself in the market? That will help you get to your positioning. So take a pen and a paper, write this down, break down the big chunk, and you will see, you will have the clarity. And by the way, you can come up with lots of positioning options. Don't eradicate all at once. List down everything. And after some time, just see which is making sense to you and which is making sense to your target audience, because that is the most important thing. They need to understand what you are saying, because if they do not understand, you might be saying it in a wrong manner. You might have positioned yourself in a wrong manner completely. So think about it. And if you have any doubts, drop a comment over here. And if you want any kind of specific guidance, consulting or coaching, here is the link. Get in touch, and I will see you soon in the next video. Thank you.